It's been such an amazing opportunity to take time out from the standard daily life, the daily grind, I guess you might call it, which is a bit unfair to the rest of my life, but anyway. It's been this amazing opportunity to take time out of daily life to have a much more expansive experience of what life could be, of what relationships can be, what my sense of self is, and my sense of belonging on and in and with the earth as well. So it's been like, even though it's like short snippets, these weekends are short amounts of time in a way amongst the months that go through the year, they've been real intensive, exciting times of connection and expansiveness and rich, juicy, new ideas and perspectives on things, and that chance to come into so much more wholeness of relationship with myself and with others and with all these incredible beings that we share the planet with, that I have like this intense feeling of the beingness of everything now, the beingness of these trees and the beingness of the life under our feet,
right,
and that belonging to all of those things. I like walk on the earth and see the trees and feel like they're my people.
right.
And I had glimpses of that before and hungered for more of it, really longed for more of it, and also glimpses of sense of community with people, longing for more of that too. So it's in that aspect of the relationships and in sort of building community, there are all, the 8 Shields framework has all these amazing layer upon layer of tools and wisdom and perspectives and creative material that are such exciting resources to go back to home and community with and experiment with and see where it might take us into taking the essence of those weekends and expanding them into all the other months, days of the year.
Right, yeah. In my own way, for me, exactly what you just said, and when I take it away in my own way, there's not a right and a wrong. It's not a course where I'm being taught this thing and I have to remember this thing, and it's not a course like that. And I feel like I've been on some other thing, like nature connection weekends and yearlongs and stuff, and they've been amazing. What's so incredible on this Bringing It Home course is all of me is here and feels so welcomed, and that culture enabling me to welcome more of me in. And then each shield, each time we learn something new, there's another bit of me showing up going, oh, and me too, and oh, and I get welcome too, and oh, I get welcome too. And of course, then I feel more nourished and abundant and generous and can give those things to others. And then that's just calling people in and calling people in and calling myself and calling others, calling in. It's that sense of, just kind of growth of that, the depth of connection and relationship like you spoke about.
Yeah, there's a real sense of exploring all the parts, and that maybe the dominant culture and our kind of conditioning draws us to focus in on some parts as being more important or more of value or more acceptable than others. And this invitation to explore all the different parts, and some of them really, some of them really vulnerable or really kind of hiding away.
Like explore and honour.
Yeah.
And honour.
And welcome. Yeah, well, you said welcome. And like you said, then feeling that much more rounded whole view of other people that we come across in our lives, and more welcome towards all the parts of others that arise in relationship. And that feeling of being, I love that concept of being mentored by nature.
Right.
Which is quite new to me, this, I think, just like for it to be distilled into that, like how does nature mentor me? And it being quite an abstract idea that's sort of like, well, how would nature doesn't speak to me, or, but it's amazing how nature does mentor me now, and how, I think I've said to you before, how do I figure out whether the birds are actually giving me this message or whether it's me creating it in my mind and imagining they're giving it to me or something? But, and it doesn't, it can be both. It doesn't matter, maybe it's one, maybe it's the other, maybe it's both. There is that much stronger sense of we're all different parts or different manifestations of the same thing anyway.
It comes out of the relationship.
Yeah.
I don't have to think about, is it here or here or here or here, as though we were all separate, we're all in relationships. It comes out of that.
And I'm excited to be able to cultivate all these skills and faculties and parts of myself so that I can bring it in service to hopefully a different way for humanity to kind of
So I found
evolve.
that, like bringing the wheel, bringing the 8 shields in the form of the wheel, either sort of kind of formally, explicitly, or even just softly and gently into a meeting, even if that's one-to-one, just kind of using that sort of template promotes inclusion. That bit where we're kind of maybe some time for some inner reflection, some silence and some reflection in the middle of a meeting, and how that enables some people to kind of bring their voice and hear themselves, celebrating more, noticing what's been missed, what's been lost, what grief we might have towards the end of a meeting, something wasn't covered, and giving allowance to that whole allowing all parts of all people, saying that it matters and it's okay and it's welcome. Just even a few fledgling experiences of that have been really awesome.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed experimenting, bringing it into work with children, and being in circle with children and bringing in those elements, different shields, different parts of the wheel, and seeing how they respond to that, and how like alive the relationship feels with them and between them.
Right.
And that's been really fun and exciting. Really look forward to doing more of that.
A really amazing and really profound thing that I found in the kind of personal realm is ways in which I'm now kind of, what would I call it, like kind of addressing what I might have called stuckness, and thinking about the different shields and how I might tend to my fire, and how those sort of just looking at the kind of east, south, and how I might tend to my fire, and different focuses, and it has given me a whole new kind of perspective on, say, what I would have called stuckness. And I especially want to kind of name this feeling the pull of the ocean, needing to feel the pull of the ocean, that the pull of or I want to put it, the village hearth, the purposefulness, the why am I doing this, but also that I need the banks of the river. So I need that clarity and focus to kind of guide me. Otherwise, what I have is this unhealthy southwest expression, which is this timeless wandering where I just spread myself out so thin. Nothing's quite, not enough's quite guiding me, not enough's quite pulling me, because I haven't been attending to those things. So now tending to the fire, tending to the riverbanks, tending to this sense of purposefulness, all these things, and are helping me to find more flow. That's been amazing.